Shout out DL Hughley, man, for being a stand-up comedian. trying to get clicks. What happened to DL, bro?
I don't know. Sad, dude.
That is...
Andrew, you are on what right now? You're doing what right now? You're doing what? You're creating content, right? On what? A podcast. You speak every week on topics that you probably don't care about, has nothing to do with you, but you speak to an audience about topics that are trending. Yes or no? That's why you spoke on Kendrick, even though he didn't say your name. Because you wanted the, what? Clicks. Already out the gate. Just already out the gate. Just DL Hughley, king of comedy, by the way. Even though I don't think he's a king. But anyway, keep going.
That is sad. Like, seeing him try to get clicks off this situation, and also them trying to, this was also Jasmine Brand, them trying to like reframe this narrative. This is one of the saddest shit I've ever seen. Because as DL, I'm like, yo, you a comedian. Like, this is Kings of Comedy. I saw Kings of Comedy in the fucking movie theater.
Yeah.
Like, with my boys in the movie theater, we're watching Kings of Comedy. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Like, seeing Bernie Mac for the first time, I was like crying, laughing. I couldn't fucking believe it.
My friend laughed so hard watching that, he threw up.
That's awesome.
Crazy.
For the first time? You saw Bernie Mac for the first, maybe meaning the stand up for the first, but even then. So you didn't see Def Comedy Jam, you didn't see House Party 3, you didn't see The Man, you didn't see Friday, you didn't see, you gotta be meaning, I'm not going to assume that you mean that's the first time you actually saw him. There's no way you're saying that. There's no way you're saying that. No way you're saying you didn't see him in Players Club. No way you're saying that, right? So I'm gonna let it go.
It was just
a different
never
comic,
seen
but
something
you
like
know,
that.
he did.
Anyway, there's this clip that they're going around trying to say that I'm like being a victim now. Do you have the shit? Mm-hmm. They can play that shit.
I've been posting shit like telling me they're gonna take out my family on like pictures of my child, my daughter.
God.
You surprised by this? This is the nature of the game.
Yeah, social media.
Yeah, it's social media. It's like, but he says that line. He
Okay,
says
ready?
that line.
Pause.
His parent,
So Andrew Sosa's multiple Kendrick Lamar fans have threatened to kill his family over sexual assault joke.
Yeah. That last 6 words or whatever.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
So what people don't know is that this was recorded before I ever said anything to Kendrick. This, the outfit is the same outfit as Flagrant. We did the podcast the same day, right? So I haven't said anything to Kendrick. This is the timeline. Kendrick drops the bar in the song, right? He says, don't talk about black women, that's law, to white comedian. Then,
Again, he didn't say to white comedians, don't talk about black women. He was talking about black people that are around white comedians, don't allow them to talk about black women. But again, this is a nuanced conversation that you wouldn't understand. I'm just again, you keep painting the narrative a certain way. Hot damn, keep going.
he tells people to slide on the black dudes close to him. Alex and Charlemagne is what I interpret. So basically kill.
Them white tricks are amazing. What Andrew's doing right now is what we call he did a podcast with somebody. What's his name? Trump. There you go, Trump. He did a podcast with Trump. Trump said somewhere within that I'm good at weaving. Right? I'm good at weaving. I'm good at, telling the truth but not really telling the truth. And Andrew Schulz, who that did a podcast following that interview we did with Trump, said he admired that. Like he admired. That's why he voted for him, right? That's why he voted for him. He's weaving. That's exactly what Andrew's doing right now. He's weaving. He's painting the narrative. So, he's making himself be the victim. But he's going to try to paint it as he's not trying to be the victim while he's painting himself as the victim. It's going to be remarkable to see. Let's watch.
His black friends, right?
Again, there's no call to action to kill your black friends. Like, holy shit.
So, death threats to them, death threats to me.
And I was getting death.
Of course, death threats to me, death threats to my family, telling they're gonna kill my daughter, posting on my daughter's
We
picture.
still haven't posted an ep.
We haven't talked. I don't talk about it for 2 weeks, right? I go, okay, you saying death threats to all of us? You gonna talk shit about my daughter? Okay, it's up. I'ma fuck your man.
That's not
Because if we saying anything, it's like, let's have some fun.
It's still funny.
I'm a fucking man.
It's still funny.
Right?
Sensual love.
No, but then we're gonna do the molding of his butt. I'm hanging it on the wall. That's it. I'm hanging on the wall so I can point. Remember that? That happened. This is it. So you talk some shit, right?
I
You
can
say-
see them taking this. Oh, he said hang. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, and then immediately, so you say the shit, you say kill my friends, and then all of your fans come out, not all of them, but fans come out, they give death threats to all of us, they talking shit about my 10-month-old daughter, right, saying they're gonna kill her, and then I go, I'm gonna make sweet love to Kendrick, and now all of a sudden all the fans are like, how could you do that? Oh,
How many people are in the country? How many would you say? Now, I don't know the exact number. Something billion, right? Like something billion? Yeah. How many people were at the insurrection on January 6th? What about a few thousand? Something like that? Would you say those few thousand that were in the insurrection that tried to take over the country behind the words and actions of the president that you then re-elected? But anyway, would you say those are the average MAGA or Republican that will vote for Trump, or is that the extremist? Just wondering. Would you say that was extremist? Like most people, we talk a lot of, but we won't really do anything, right? Those people that were at Capitol Hill that day I would probably say were the extremists that were really, really, really about that life, right? I wouldn't classify the entire MAGA, even though I feel like the sentiment of them is that, but they don't have the balls to actually do what people did on Capitol Hill. I wouldn't classify all of them as that, right? So what you're saying is, because there are Kendrick fans that don't care for you, don't like you, you're now lumping all Kendrick fans and Kendrick Lamar as someone who would disrespect your daughter and call to action to kill all your black friends, and you justify it that way so you can get I'm a grape you joke off. Again, the Malcolm X has a great quote that if you're not careful, the media will have you hating the people that are being oppressed and loving the oppressor.
you get too far. Jokes are not funny. Yeah, we should murder your family and everything like that, and that's really fun. But oh my God, they're like clutching their fucking pearls, right?
Nobody wants to see anything happen to any of you. As much as I have disdain for y'all, there's literally I don't care for anything to happen to you. The average person is not calling to have you get shot or nothing like that. Probably squabble up or take a fair one or even get jumped. I ain't gonna lie, but not to have any harm, be shot, be killed. Like, no, we're not calling for that. But again, you have to create that narrative so that you can be the victim, so you can be justified, so that you can say why you want to sexually assault another man.
Yeah.
I'm like, hold on, how did you become the victim again? He really is the Taylor Swift of hip hop. Like, Taylor is the biggest artist in the world. She's still the victim somehow. She's the victim with Scooter. Yeah. She's the victim with her boyfriend. She's the victim with the labels. Kendrick, the exact same thing. He's the biggest rapper right now. Destroy Drake. Can't talk about Kendrick without saying it. No, he destroyed Drake in the battle. He's number one, and somehow still he's the victim that he started.
Yeah.
And immediately the fans,
How was Kendrick the victim? He didn't say anything. Us Kendrick fans and people that are just decent, hip hop fans or people that are just decent, stuck up for him, but Kendrick hasn't said anything. Kendrick isn't making himself out to be a victim.
this is so racist.
It is.
How is it racist to make sweet love to My Little Rascal? How is that racist? How is that racist? Did you know about this term, buck breaking?
I wasn't familiar with the term before.
Nobody knows about
Of course, you wasn't familiar with the term.
this shit. But now they make it racist. They try and make me a pedophile. Did you guys see this shit? This shit was hilarious.
But it's like,
No, this shit.
You can't be a pedo. You know what?
We gotta talk. This shit was next level. So one of my exes, she has been turning 29 for the last 5 years. I don't know if it's because Hollywood isn't great to people that are trying to make it and they're in their 30s or whatever. But they looked at the ages and they're like, oh, she's 29 years old still, and they're like, oh, she must have been 16 when they're dating. I go, 16? I go, I was on 5 shows on MTV when we were dating. How the fuck am I in a public relationship with a 16-year-old? I go, look, there's her on X Factor saying she's 23. And I'm like, wait a minute, this girl's lying about her age. They believed the lie. Now they're posting it trying to turn me into pedophile. So the Kendrick fans are just going.
that's great.
Yeah.
Racist.
Now, one, I don't know nothing about the whole being the PDF. I don't know nothing about that. What he ain't going to speak to is the accusations that his ex made. Now, he might have did it way, he probably did it way, because it was a long time ago. But he ain't going to speak to what that person, I forget her name, something Phillips, I can't remember her first name, what she was saying about him. That's one. 2, Charlamagne got a weird case. Why is he around? Oh, we forgot about talk about that. I'm not even going to talk about Charlamagne. I don't even have energy. But again, your holier than thou co-host. But keep going. Keep running down how you're a victim. Keep going.
These are their 2 things they
And
do.
mind you, she is black, so they're calling you a racist, and your ex-girlfriend was a black girl.
I'm a racist and I'm a pedophile. I'm a racist and I'm a pedophile.
Yeah. Yeah. Tough week.
Tough week.
Yeah.
Not tough at all. Fuck that shit. That shit was fun.
He loved it. I was shocked how much he loved it.
I'll be honest, it was because when I sat back and I was like, let me see what they're gonna throw out, because I know that they're gonna go crazy. Once I did the thing on the pod, once we did the flagrant episode, I was like, I know they're gonna go crazy. I was like, I'm sitting back, I'm gonna see. They're gonna throw the kitchen sink at me. I already know. And I was like, all right, let's see what they got. Let's see what they got. They start throwing out everything. Oh, he's racist, of course. That's the first thing they're obviously going to go to. Then they do the pedophilia shit, and I'm like, all right, yeah, of course. Yeah, okay, good. Bullshit. Community note hit them real quick on that.
Yeah. Shouts.
Shout out to Elon, bro.
Shouts.
That shit came in clutch. That was fire. And then so I'm like, okay, let's see. Okay, that's all they got. And then the celebs started getting comfy, right? Because they saw, they're like, ooh, there's a trend in this direction. Let's pile on.
Yeah.
The second I saw these cornball ass celebs try to pile on, Meek tried to pile on. He's like, yeah, this is what they do. He made fun of me, called me gay in his stand-up. That shit was fucked up. I got a tweet of Meek saying, that shit was funny, bro. I like that. That's the first time I ever laughed at being called gay.
He didn't say being called gay.
What did he say?
He said that's the first time I laughed at being gay.
I almost feel bad for him. I almost didn't want to do that because I'm like, poor Meek cannot help himself.
If anyone has a reason to be mad, you know what I mean? It's him. You were cooking him in that clip.
Anyway, so and then Ice Cube's son.
Odd trend of trying to either call a black man gay or try to do sexual innuendos about a black. Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead.
Tries to post some shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I just put right under it. I'm like, why don't you look up Google No Vaseline by your dad? And now he's in the comments explaining himself. Well, technically that was a joke. It was a metaphor. It wasn't a real thing that was actually going to happen. I'm like, oh, really? Is that it?
Yeah.
He must not have heard it in a while, because those aren't all metaphors.
No, there's some.
Yeah.
It's like
Some
MC
metaphors.
Ren's dick tastes like the shit in
Yeah.
Easy's ass or something.
Talking about sticking a broom up somebody's ass, like, how do you make that into a metaphor? I don't know.
The broom was actually really the oppression that black people had to endure
Yeah,
from the record industry. No, it's just crazy to see it happen. And then to see people jumping on the narratives. The only thing that annoyed me was that one that they tried to push out, DL, and then I guess Jasmine Brand tried to push out, because they tried to make it seem like I was being a victim after what I said. No. They said that shit to me and you and Charla, and I was like, it's up then. If y'all want to go there, we could go there.
Yep.
And I promise that you're not comfortable there.
Yeah.
And the second I went there, what happened? This is too far. You can't make jokes about unless, of course, you're making them about people that we think it's funny. Unless, of course, you're every TV show. Unless, of course, it's like literally everything they brought up. They brought up this clip of Cat Williams going, "It's never funny." And then literally Friday after next, he's in a scene where he's about to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, "What? You pee on me?"
Yeah.
And I posted that scene. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Again, wrong. Cat said that they wanted to actually do a scene where he was going to be assaulted, and Cat was like, no, we're not doing that. Cat had to literally tell the studio or tell whoever, the director, no, we're not going to have me be assaulted. No, that's not funny. That's what he said. But I know. You're Mr. Right.
People can make jokes about things. You can make jokes about things.
Everyone gets these jokes.
The thing, like, the people who are upset are people who don't watch the show. And so I can actually understand. It's like, if you take a clip out of context and you're like, wait, this is a podcast.
Out of context.
These podcasts is usually serious. You're just people around sitting and talking. So if you actually take what you say as serious, I can understand why people get upset at it. But it's like, once you realize this is a comedy podcast, you're a comedian and you're making jokes, like, you came back with your art the same way that Kendrick came at you with his
well
art.
said.
So it's like, hey, you can not like it, but you can't, like, crucify a person for it. Just don't tune into it.
Yo, so
Like, that's the biggest way to protest.
Don't
tune in.
Oh, speaking of protest, but we'll get to the protest. But like, I agree with you. There's this misconception that like you can't react poorly to a joke. You can be offended by a joke.
Exactly.
This is the thing, like, comedians, at least us, we're not saying you can't be offended by a joke. We're not saying that you cannot like it. You can hate it. You know how much comedy we hate? We probably hate way more comedy than y'all hate. Like, there's probably way more comedy that's like not offensive to us in terms of like, oh my God, I can't believe I heard that, but offensive just to the art of comedy.
Yeah.
It's just bad.
Yeah.
Right? There's tons of shit
But
comedy out there.
and it might not be bad. It's just not our cup of tea.
It's not our cup. We don't like, but you should be able to do it. So you can react to these jokes. You can look at all my jokes and be like, I don't find these funny. This is fucked up. The second you tell me I can't joke about a group of people, now we have a disagreement.
Yeah. It's like
The
if
second
you
you
were
tell people to kill my friends, now we have an issue.
Yeah.
So you took it to violence and you tried to censor my art. You did two no-nos from me. And I reacted accordingly.
And we didn't play the victim by
As a
showing
comedian.
all of our DMs of the death threats and all that stuff. We just came back with comedy.
Yo, that's it.
Like, that's what we came back
That's
with.
it. We come back
And
with
it's like,
comedy, and they
hey,
don't
if
want
you
to be
didn't
in
like
the
the
kitchen.
joke, that's fine.
We like the kitchen.
Yeah.
It's nice in the kitchen.
I found the joke funny. I still stand by
I thought
laughing.
it was so
Like,
over the top,
it was so
silly.
stupid.
It's so obvious it's a joke, and
Yeah.
then people are taking it to and it's like, what the fuck are we doing, guys?
Yeah.
It's the point of being so over the top is so on some level you understand we're
It
all
was
kidding.
a joke. Now I'm serious. Fuck, I'm
No,
fucking
okay.
his butt. I gotta
And
get
then they're
it.
gonna take that and be like, see?
No,
See?
no, I gotta fuck it now, dude. I gotta get the molding and put it on the wall. I need a before and after.
The worst DM I got was somebody who was like, yo, I hope you have a horrible Christmas.
Why would Dub DM you that? That's so crazy that you would do that. And you wore this jacket today in protest. That is so crazy.
A horrible Christmas and a
That was
happy
the worst
Hanukkah.
one I got. I'm like, damn, bro, you gonna ruin my holiday.
Damn.
Like,
The war on
at
Christmas,
least
bro.
wish death on me or something.
That's a reasonable insult.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was just crazy. Just seeing the immediately turns.
So I wanted to let him just get everything out. I didn't want to rebuttal a thing. Here's the thing. I agree. That's why I said in the video I reacted to, there's no such thing as cancel culture because you can't cancel somebody that you're not following. A person can only be canceled by their fan base. So people that love Schulz, people that love Flagrant, people that love Charlamagne, they don't care. Well, I ain't gonna say they don't care, but they're not as bothered. So we can't, people that don't follow, like we can't cancel them. It's all upon the people that follow them if they can show that they don't support by unsubscribing, not going to the shows. That's one thing. I do agree. Second thing is, I said it in the video. I can't tell somebody how to receive a joke. I can't tell somebody that it can't be funny. I can't tell somebody if a joke is funny or not. That's upon you. What I will say is that continues to bother me with Akash, with Alex, with all y'all. y'all continue to miss the point. And the funny part is, it's the same thing with Trump and all them. There's a reason why black women had an issue with being told on a public platform that they are angry and aggressive, because that has been a stereotype that has been throughout the eons of the history of this country, that has been hurtful. It has caused harm. It has also, caused murder. That's one. Two, also saying that you're going to sexually assault a black man, again, who never said your name, didn't call to action to kill you or any of your friends, like you're trying to paint that narrative. Saying you're going to sexually assault a black man and there's nothing he can do anything about it. I know it's a shock jock thing. I know it's going to get clicks. I know it's to poke fun at all the Kendrick fans. We know that. You're a content creator. You're doing what you're supposed to do. But the thing is, you don't understand, nor the problem. Alex, Charlamagne, they're never going to have the conversation like you just mentioned bug breaking. They are never going to have that nuanced conversation of what that actually means and what that actually has meant throughout the history of society, because it's comedy. We don't want to have a real serious conversation, right? We don't want to have a conversation about how the slave master used to take the biggest slave who was being rebellious and whip him and chain him and hang him in front of all the other slaves and let them know not to misbehave and try to get away. Of course, we don't want to have that conversation. This is supposed to be a comedy show. This is supposed to be flagrant, baby. Why would we want to have that conversation? Why would we actually want to educate or inform, even if you don't agree with it, understand why some people will feel that? Why would we want to do that? We want to get these jokes off. We want to just have fun. It ain't that serious, which it ain't really that serious, but this is the times we continue to live in, to where people can say anything and mask it on a comedy, can be completely racist and be like, I ain't racist. And there's no way to hold their feet to the fire. There's no way to do that. There literally is no way to do that. Unless the people that love them and support them no longer love them and support them. Nothing we can do. But we can bring awareness. That's where woke comes from. Hey, those people over there, make sure not to mess with them niggas. Oh yeah, Charlamagne got all of them niggas. Yeah, don't mess with them niggas. No, don't do that. Please don't mess with them niggas. Them niggas ain't for you. Don't do that. That's what we're doing. We're saying, hey, you see them niggas over there? Don't trust them new niggas over there. You see them niggas over there? Yeah, don't mess with them. Don't want to go over that side of the street. Them niggas don't care for you. Because you see what happened to shits and giggles. You see what happened to shits and giggles. You see what happened to them. As soon as it got hot, they were the first, Andrew and them were the first ones to throw them niggas under the bus. Well, they throw themselves under the bus as well. So, but like, them niggas don't care for you. So at the end of the day, Andrew's going to be Andrew. Flagrant is going to be flagrant. This all will be over in like a day. So it really don't matter. It really don't matter, man. It really don't matter. Just be careful. I just want to say, just be careful who you surround yourself with. Be careful what information you put in. A lot of the reason why the country is in the state that it's in right now and so hateful and everything. I'm seeing trends of black women putting down Mexicans, Mexican putting down black women, all that. It's because we're in a very hateful state right now. The country's it's always been divided, but it's in a very severe divided state that we don't care about nothing. We don't care about nobody. We only care about ourselves. And then every 4 years, we're going to talk about how we need to unite. We need to unite by continuously voting for our oppressor. So just be careful the information you consume. Be careful the information that you share. Just be careful. That's the only real reason I wanted to just be careful. That's the only thing I can ask. Just be careful. Just be careful. All right? And stand up for your people no matter how many times, no matter who tries to shame you, no matter what they try to do. Stand up for your people people, and don't ever be ashamed to step up or stand up or protect your people. Don't ever be ashamed. Don't ever be ashamed. So, but like, comment, subscribe, share all the things, other things. Hip hop, hold it down. Hold it down is what we do. Me.